You didn't land on this video by boredom or random scrolling. Something quieter brought you here. Maybe it's the exhaustion of always being surrounded, yet still feeling unseen. Maybe it's the way your phone fills every silence, but never the space within you. Maybe it's the ache you feel when the world quiets down, because in that stillness, you're left with only yourself. And that scares you. But what if it didn't have to? What if this very moment right here, right now, was the beginning of something different? Not a step away from the world, but a step inward, into clarity. The Stoics knew this secret long before social media, before crowds, before the noise. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Not a cabin in the woods, not a distant mountain, but right here, within your mind." You clicked on this because something in you knows there's power in being alone, if only you knew how to find it. So in the next few minutes, you'll explore 8 Stoic strategies for transforming solitude from something you fear into something that strengthens you. You'll learn how aloneness can become your ally, not a punishment, but a practice, a space, not of emptiness, but of return. You'll discover that you don't need to fill the silence. You just need to stop running from it. And if this kind of reflection speaks to you, if you find value in moments that feel like soft conversations with your inner self, subscribe. There's a whole path here for those who want to walk inward, not just forward. Your solitude is not your weakness, it's your rediscovery. Number 1, solitude isn't isolation, it's inner alignment. You often think of solitude as something to endure, something you're forced into, a punishment handed out by life or circumstance or rejection. But solitude isn't the same as isolation. It's not exile, it's not being forgotten or discarded or overlooked. It's the moment the noise fades and you finally hear yourself again. In a world that's louder than ever, where connection is measured in likes, where presence is often replaced with performance, being alone can feel unnatural, uncomfortable, almost wrong. But ask yourself this honestly: when was the last time you were alone and felt whole, not hollow? The Stoics didn't fear solitude. They saw it as the gateway to inner alignment, a return to something real, something unmoved by trends or noise or approval. Seneca once said, "He who is afraid of being alone is afraid of himself." And that cuts deep, doesn't it? Because maybe you've felt it too. That strange discomfort when the podcast ends, when the room is quiet, when the notifications stop, and all that remains is your mind. If that silence feels unsettling, it's not because solitude is the enemy. It's because you've forgotten how to be your own companion. Imagine a lake when the wind is wild, when people are throwing stones, the surface is chaotic, unclear, but when the air stills, the water settles, and only then can you see to the bottom. Solitude is that stillness, that clarity. It's not a threat to your identity. It's a mirror, a gentle one that doesn't care about what you do, what you achieve, or how others see you. It only reflects what is. And that kind of honesty, it's rare and powerful. So how do you begin? How do you let solitude become something sacred instead of something to run from? Start with the morning. Before the world wakes, before the phone lights up, sit in stillness. You don't have to journal or meditate perfectly or recite something wise. Just be. Feel the weight of your body, the rhythm of your breath. Let the silence hold you, not as an absence of sound, but as the presence of peace. Do this for 5 minutes, then 10, then more, and notice what returns to you. Your thoughts at first will race. Your mind will beg for distraction. But stay. You'll begin to hear the quieter voice beneath the noise, the one that speaks not in urgency, but in truth. You'll find the parts of you that you've been too busy to meet. This isn't isolation. This is alignment, a reconnection to the self that doesn't need a crowd to feel real, the self that doesn't shift depending on who's around, the self that remains even in the quiet. And yes, there will be moments when it feels empty, moments when you long for someone to fill the space beside you. That's human. But don't rush to fill that space out of fear. Let it be sacred. Let it become yours. Because when you can sit with yourself without reaching for escape, you begin to build something unshakable. Confidence that doesn't depend on attention. Peace that doesn't vanish when others leave. Joy that isn't borrowed, but grown. So ask yourself, when was the last time you sat with yourself and didn't reach for a distraction? Could you do it now? Could you stay just a little longer in your own company? Because solitude isn't loneliness, it's returning home. And maybe you've been homesick for yourself all along. Number 2, the crowd drowns the soul guard, your inner fortress. You walk into a room full of people, voices everywhere, energy bouncing off the walls, conversations flying, and something inside you tenses. Not because you don't like people, but because part of you knows. You start to disappear in rooms like this. It happens quietly. You shift your tone. You measure your words. You laugh at things you don't find funny. You perform. By the time you leave, you're not sure who walked in. That's the cost of constant noise. That's the danger of the crowd. The Stoics warned about this long before the age of notifications and algorithmic outrage. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Withdraw into yourself. It is in the nature of the rational mind to be self-content with acting rightly." But how do you act rightly when the world pulls you in 100 directions? How do you stay rooted when every voice tells you to become someone else? You need a fortress, not a wall that blocks people out, but an inner space that keeps you in. Because the truth is, you can lose your peace by degrees. A compromise here, a nod there, a silence when you should have spoken. And suddenly your days are shaped by who others expect you to be, not who you truly are. Like a candle in the wind, your light flickers in chaos. It dims, it bends, until eventually it's gone. So you must build a place within quiet, still, and yours. A place where your values live, where your truth waits patiently even when the world doesn't applaud it. And solitude is how you find the path back to that place. Here's the paradox. When you constantly chase connection, you start to vanish. But when you guard your inner space, when you retreat regularly into solitude, you return fuller, more alive, more yourself. Think of a tree standing at the edge of a cliff. It weathers storms, wind batters its branches, but its roots go deep, invisible, anchored. That's what solitude gives you. Roots, stillness, a way to hold steady when the world rushes by. So how do you build that inner fortress? You begin by noticing when you drift. Those moments when your voice doesn't sound like yours. When your choices aren't rooted in your values, but in validation. Pause, pull back, reflect. You don't need to cancel the crowd. You just need to stop giving it the keys to your soul. Practice disappearing not from the world, but from the performance. Take breaks from the stage. Step off the digital feed. Let the silence confront you. Because what you'll find there is not emptiness, but identity. And when you've spent enough time in that place, something powerful happens. You start showing up to the world as yourself, not edited, not diluted, not borrowed. And people feel it. You don't say much, but your presence carries weight. You don't need constant affirmation because your sense of worth is grounded elsewhere. And when the noise returns, because it always does, you'll know how to return to that fortress inside, unshaken, unmoved, still. So let me ask you this. Who are you when no one is watching, and does that version of you feel real? If not, you've been drifting, but the good news is you can return anytime. Every moment of solitude is a doorway back, not into isolation, but into alignment, not into exile, but into essence. You don't have to run from the crowd. You just need to stop letting it define your value. Guard your soul, not with armor, but with awareness, because the world will always be noisy, but you can always be still. Number 3, loneliness isn't a signal to escape. It's a call to examine. You feel it creeping in sometimes, that tightness in your chest, the ache behind a smile, a quiet question that flickers just beneath the surface. Am I alone? Not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, internally. You scroll, you swipe, you call. You fill the space with sound, with distraction, with anything that doesn't make you sit in that feeling, because loneliness hurts. But what if it's not something to escape, but something to explore? The Stoics believed that uncomfortable feelings weren't enemies, they were messengers, indicators, not signs to flee, but invitations to look inward. Epictetus reminds us no man is free who is not master of himself. And how can you master yourself if you never meet yourself in the quiet? How can you be free if you're always running from the one person you'll never escape? You, loneliness. Then isn't your problem, avoidance is. It's easy to think that connection will fix it, that if you just find the right person, the right community, the right distraction, you won't feel this way anymore. But here's the truth. No one can truly meet you if you've never met yourself. It's like trying to build a house on sand. The foundation shifts and every connection becomes unstable, fragile, dependent. But when you go inward, when you sit with the ache, instead of escaping it, you find something unexpected. You realize you're not truly lonely. You're simply unfamiliar with your own company. It's like standing in an unfamiliar room. At first, you want to leave, but then your eyes adjust. You notice the details. You see the beauty. You start to feel at home. That's what solitude does. It turns a foreign space into a sacred one. So how do you respond to loneliness with courage instead of fear? You examine, you ask, you listen. The next time it rises, don't mute it. Sit down, literally. Turn off the noise, breathe, and ask yourself, what am I really feeling? Where is this coming from? What need is asking to be seen? It could be grief or fatigue, or the residue of an identity you've outgrown. Whatever it is, it's not your enemy. It's your mind knocking on the door, asking to be heard. Imagine a cave, dark, still, echoing. You step inside and at first it feels eerie, but the longer you stay, the more the echoes soften. And eventually, you hear your own voice. Loneliness is that cave, and your voice, your truth, is waiting there. Now, this doesn't mean you should isolate yourself from the world. It means you stop expecting the world to fix something that only you can heal. Because when you make peace with being alone, your relationships change. You stop clinging. You stop performing. You stop needing others to fill your silence because you filled it with awareness. You begin to relate not out of fear, but out of fullness. You offer presence, not dependency. And this is how you begin to master yourself. Not through control or perfection, but through honesty. So next time the loneliness creeps in, don't numb it. Don't outrun it. Don't distract yourself into forgetfulness. Turn toward it. Look it in the eyes and ask, what are you here to show me? Because that's not loneliness knocking. That's you calling yourself back from the places you've been avoiding. And when you answer, when you truly sit with your own company, something beautiful happens. You find you're not alone at all. You're with the one person who can never leave you. And finally, you're listening. Number 4, be a companion to your own mind. You've spent your whole life building relationships, with family, with friends, with strangers online. But the one relationship that matters most, the one that quietly shapes every other interaction, is the one you have with your own mind. And yet, it's often the one you neglect, or avoid, or criticize. When you're alone, truly alone, your thoughts rise to meet you. No background noise, no buffers, just you and the voice inside your head. Sometimes it's kind, sometimes it's cruel, sometimes it doesn't feel like you at all, but it is. Musonius Rufus, the often overlooked Stoic teacher, taught that a man should be able to be with himself and enjoy his own company, not just tolerate it, not just survive it, but enjoy it. How many people can say that? Can you? Being a companion to your own mind doesn't mean silencing every negative thought. It doesn't mean turning solitude into constant self-improvement. It means learning to sit beside your thoughts without judgment, without fleeing. Imagine your mind as a garden. Left unattended, weeds will grow. Old thoughts, untrue beliefs, outdated stories you still tell yourself. But tended with care, your inner world begins to bloom. You don't pull weeds by force. You don't rush the process. You water what matters. You prune what no longer serves. You let the sun of awareness touch every corner, even the overgrown parts. And slowly, you grow something beautiful, something calm, something resilient. That's what being your own companion means. It's not about fixing everything. It's about sitting with yourself and saying, I'm here, I'm listening, and I'm not going anywhere. So how do you begin? Start noticing how you speak to yourself when no one's around. What tone do you use? Is it harsh, doubtful, dismissive? Would you speak to a friend that way, a child, a stranger? Then why speak to yourself like that? Self-awareness isn't soft. It's strength. It's the kind of discipline the Stoics practiced every day, not through external control, but internal clarity. Set time aside each day, not to escape, but to connect. 5 minutes, no phone, no music, just you. Ask yourself, what did I think about most today? Did I act in line with who I want to be? What thoughts am I carrying that aren't mine? This is where transformation begins, not on a stage, but in silence. And over time, you'll notice a shift. You'll stop reacting to your thoughts like they're facts. You'll start responding like a calm, patient friend. You'll build trust with yourself. And that trust, it's everything. Because when you trust your own mind, you stop needing constant affirmation. You stop fearing alone time. You stop running from yourself. You begin to enjoy your own company, not because it's easy, but because it's honest. And you realize you're not nearly as broken as you once believed. You just hadn't taken the time to sit beside yourself and listen. So ask yourself now, could you spend a day with yourself and call it enough? Not distracted, not entertained, just present. Because when you become a companion to your mind, you stop searching for yourself in other people. You find your center. You stop being pulled in every direction and start walking with intention. You become someone worth knowing, not just to others, but to yourself. And in a world where so many are strangers to their own minds, you become rare, steady, at peace. So don't wait for someone else to complete you. Complete the circle yourself. Sit with your thoughts. Speak with kindness. Question what's untrue. Encourage what's real. Be your own companion, because no one else can walk this path within but you. Number 5, silence is a mirror. Use it to see clearly. There's a moment when everything stops. No noise, no rush, no one speaking. And in that silence, something happens. You start to hear things you've ignored. Not from the world outside, but from within. Your thoughts surface, your fears whisper, your hopes stir quietly beneath the surface of distraction. And suddenly silence feels less like peace and more like pressure. That's because silence doesn't just soothe, it reveals. Lao Tzu once said, Silence is a lesson learned through life's many sufferings. It's not given easily, it's earned. And when it arrives, if you're brave enough to sit in it, you'll see yourself more clearly than any conversation, any comment, any applause ever could. Because silence is a mirror. It reflects without judgment. It holds up your inner world like a still lake beneath the moonlight. When the wind dies down, the surface calms, and only then can you see what lies below. That's the power of solitude. It grants you the mirror of silence. But most people turn away. They flood their days with sound, podcasts, TV, conversations that mean nothing, music that never stops, all to avoid that one sacred moment when it's just them and the truth. Why? Because deep down they fear what they'll find. They're afraid to realize how long they've ignored their needs, how much bitterness they've stored, how far they've drifted from who they wanted to be. But here's the shift. Silence isn't your enemy, it's your mirror. And mirrors don't create the flaw, they reveal it. You don't blame the glass for showing you what's there. You use it to realign, to grow. So, how do you use silence as a tool rather than a threat? You begin by setting time each day for intentional quiet. Not just the absence of noise, but the presence of awareness. Sit in a chair, no screen, no task, no to-do list. Let the stillness wrap around you. Your mind will protest. It will reach for stimulation, searching for something to hold. Let it, watch it, then bring it back to stillness. This practice, simple but profound, reveals the inner weather. Are you anxious, tired, hopeful, avoidant? The silence will tell you, not with judgment, but with truth. And once you see it, really see it, you can begin to respond instead of react. You can choose instead of drift. Because the more time you spend in silence, the more fluent you become in the language of your own soul. You recognize the difference between what is yours and what is noise you've absorbed. And in that space, your identity begins to clarify, like muddy waters settling, like clouds parting after a storm. You see the outlines of the self you were always meant to be, not crafted by popularity, not sculpted by pressure, but revealed in stillness. And when you emerge from that space, when you step back into the world, you carry a kind of calm that can't be faked. People feel it. Your presence shifts. Your words slow down. You stop trying to impress because you already know who you are. So ask yourself, what truths about your life only emerge when no one else is around? And more importantly, when will you make time to hear them? Because the mirror is always there, but it only reflects when the water stills. Silence isn't absence, it's presence. It's you, unfiltered, unmasked, unedited. And in that space, you remember who you are, what you value, and how little you actually need to feel whole. Use the mirror, use the silence. Let it show you what matters and help you release what doesn't. Because clarity doesn't come from speaking more. It comes from finally listening. Number 6, connection starts with solitude, not escapism. You want connection, deep, honest, soul-level connection. The kind that doesn't feel like performance or pressure or pretending to be less than you are just to be liked. But here's the paradox. If you haven't made peace with your solitude, your connections will always feel incomplete. You'll show up fragmented. You'll grasp instead of give. You'll fear abandonment, not because someone left, but because you were never fully present with yourself to begin with. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "To love only what happens, what was destined. No greater harmony." Harmony isn't about constant companionship. It's about being in tune with the present moment, whether it's filled with people or filled with silence. And that starts with solitude. You see, when you use people to escape yourself, you don't truly connect with them. You consume them. You use their presence like a drug to numb your own discomfort. You cling. You overthink. You seek approval. You mirror their moods, shapeshift to their needs. And in doing so, you disappear. But when you come into solitude first, when you meet yourself fully without rushing away from the stillness, something shifts. You stop looking for people to complete you. You start choosing people who align with you. It's like tuning an instrument. If you've never tuned your own strings, you'll always sound off in someone else's song. Solitude is the tuning fork. It calibrates your internal compass. It helps you figure out what you need, what you value, what kind of energy you want in your life. Without that grounding, you'll accept anything, any attention, any connection, even if it drains you, even if it pulls you further from yourself. Think of a tree. The more deeply rooted it is, the more freely it can extend its branches. You don't grow upward without growing inward first. So how do you shift from escapism to genuine connection? You pause before reaching. When you feel that hunger for attention, stop. Ask yourself, am I seeking someone right now to feel seen? Or am I afraid to sit with what I'm feeling? This isn't about guilt. It's about clarity. When you act from fear of being alone, you give your power away. But when you come from a place of self-anchoring, you bring your whole self into the room. And that's when magic happens. You no longer chase people to avoid pain. You invite people into your peace. You're not needy, you're open. You're not desperate, you're available. You're not performing, you're present. That's a different kind of connection. Rare, real, rooted, and people feel the difference. They sense your steadiness. They sense that you won't collapse under pressure, that you don't need them to fix you, but that you're willing to walk beside them whole. So let solitude do its work. Let it show you your patterns, your wounds, your quiet gifts. Let it strip away the noise so the signal of who you are becomes clear. Because once you can sit with your own silence, you no longer fear being misunderstood. You no longer crave constant validation. You begin to connect, not from lack, but from fullness. So let me ask you now, are you connecting to others to share your fullness or to escape your emptiness? Be honest, not to shame yourself, but to free yourself. Because your best relationships, your most meaningful friendships and partnerships will be born not from needing someone to fill a void, but from overflowing with presence. And presence is only cultivated when you stop running and start rooting. Solitude is not a retreat from the world. It's a return to your core, so when you do step into the world, you do so with clarity, with strength, and with love that isn't confused with attachment. You become the kind of person who attracts real connection because you're no longer afraid to be alone. And in that freedom, you're finally ready to love and be loved without losing yourself. Number 7, aloneness builds resilience, not fragility. There's a story we've been sold that to be strong is to be surrounded, to have a team, a tribe, a partner always within arm's reach. And if you're alone, that must mean something's gone wrong. But that story, it's incomplete, because some of the strongest people you'll ever meet, they were forged in silence, shaped in solitude, tempered by moments when they had no one to lean on but themselves. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. And what's often wasted is the opportunity hidden inside loneliness, the chance to meet yourself at your limits and realize you don't break, you bend, you endure, you adapt. And in doing so, you become resilient. Because here's the truth, being alone doesn't make you fragile. Avoiding aloneness does. When you fear solitude, you train your mind to panic. When things get quiet, you become dependent on attention, on approval, on presence, because without it, you don't know who you are. But when you choose solitude, when you embrace it as part of your path, you build something the world cannot give you, and therefore cannot take away. Self-reliance, emotional independence, the ability to stand in discomfort without reaching for a crutch. Imagine a blade being shaped in fire. The flame is intense, uncomfortable, even painful. But it's not there to destroy. It's there to refine, to strengthen, to transform raw metal into something unshakable. That's what solitude does for you. It reveals your edges. It sharpens your clarity. It builds your resilience, not in theory, but in practice. So when life throws you into the fire, a breakup, a loss, a betrayal, you don't collapse. You've been here before, you've sat in silence, you've stood alone, and you've seen what you're made of. But if you've never let yourself be alone, those moments will hit harder. Not because you're weak, but because you're untested, untrained. You've never been in the room where the only voice is your own. But that room is sacred, because in solitude you discover your internal anchors, the values you hold, the pain you've survived, the goals you still believe in even when no one's cheering you on. And from that awareness, you grow unshakable, not closed off, not hard-hearted, but solid, whole, rooted. So how do you begin building that kind of resilience? You stop seeing aloneness as failure. You stop filling every quiet moment with noise. You choose instead to sit with it, to ask what part of me needs to grow stronger in this silence, what belief needs to be let go, what strength have I been afraid to claim. Start small. Take walks alone. Eat in silence. Go somewhere without needing to capture it. Post it. Share it. Let the moment be yours. Let the discomfort teach you. You'll notice things others miss. You'll hear thoughts you've long silenced, and you'll begin to respect your own mind, not as something to escape, but as something to trust. Because the person who is comfortable being alone isn't afraid of life's storms. They don't rely on the world to stay calm in order to stay steady. They carry calm within them. They've practiced holding themselves when no one else was around. So when the hard moments come, and they don't fall apart. They remember, I've been here before, and I'm still standing. So ask yourself now, if everything you leaned on disappeared, would your mind still stand? If not, let solitude train you. Let it shape you. Let it make you not just strong, but quietly indestructible. Because resilience isn't built in comfort. It's built in the quiet hours. The ones where you doubt and stay anyway, where you tremble but don't run, where you feel alone but refuse to abandon yourself. That's how you build something solid, something steady, something real. And in a world of fragile noise, you become a fortress. Number 8, walk your own path. Even if no one walks beside you, there's a deep ache that lives quietly in many of us. The fear of walking alone. Not just being alone in a room, but walking a path no one else understands. Choosing something different, thinking differently, living differently. You start to question yourself. You wonder, what if I'm wrong? What if they leave? What if no one joins me? And so to avoid the loneliness of walking alone, you compromise. You shrink your truth. You edit your dreams. You stay where it's safe, where it's known, where the crowd already stands. But the Stoics didn't follow the crowd. They followed virtue. They followed reason. They followed truth. Even when it cost them everything. Even when no one else understood. Seneca once said, "The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable." When you fixate on who might judge you or who might leave you, you stop living from your center and start living for someone else's approval. But here's the hard truth. Some paths must be walked alone. Not forever, but at the start. You have to be willing to go first, to risk misunderstanding, to be the only one who believes in your vision. That's not weakness, that's leadership, that's courage. Think of a mountain goat on a narrow ridge. The climb is steep, the drop is real, but it walks with purpose, unshaken, because it knows what it's made for. You were not made to blend in. You were made to become, and that becoming often starts in solitude. When the applause fades, when the crowd disappears, when all you're left with is the question, is this the life I choose, or the one I inherited? Solitude gives you the space to ask, to listen, to answer, but it also demands something rare: integrity without an audience. Can you still do what's right? Even if no one sees it, can you pursue what matters? Even if no one claps? That's the test, because if your values crumble without validation, they were never yours. They belonged to the crowd. So how do you walk your own path when the voices around you tell you not to? You start small, you tune in, you notice what excites you, what energizes you, what makes you feel alive, and you honor it. Without waiting for permission, without waiting for company, you learn to hold space for your vision even when no one else understands it. You remind yourself, I'm not lost, I'm early. The path you're on might not be popular, it might not be trendy, it might not fit neatly into someone else's timeline, but it's yours, and there is immense peace in that. Not the loud kind, the steady kind, the kind that whispers, I am where I'm meant to be, even if no one claps. Let go of the need to be followed. Let go of the fear of being misunderstood. Let go of the hope that everyone will get it. They won't, but that's not your burden. Your job is not to be understood, it's to be true. And truth often walks alone in the beginning, but eventually it becomes a trail, a path, a light for others still searching. So ask yourself now, are you willing to walk alone if it leads you closer to your truth? If not, what are you walking toward instead? Comfort, approval, familiarity, because the road to yourself doesn't come with a map. It comes with solitude, and it's worth it. Every quiet step, every uncertain turn, every moment where it feels like no one sees you. You're not behind, you're not broken. You're just on a different path, and it takes courage to stay on it. Walk it anyway, even if no one walks beside you, because one day you'll look back and realize you didn't walk alone. You walked authentically. And that's what made all the difference. You began this journey with a feeling, a quiet ache, a tension beneath the noise, a longing for something more than distraction. Now you know what it was. It wasn't loneliness, it was a calling to come home to yourself, to remember that solitude is not a void, it's a presence, not an absence of love, but a deepening of it. You've seen now what happens in the stillness. You hear the truth you've buried. You meet the parts of yourself you've long avoided. And most importantly, you stop running. The core insight is this: you were never empty. You were simply never still enough to feel how full you already are. But if you don't apply this, if you rush back to the noise, if you fill the silence with more noise and approval and escape, you'll keep losing yourself, bit by bit, until the only voice you hear is everyone else's. So let this be the place where that ends. Let solitude become your teacher, your friend, your power, not to isolate, but to anchor, not to hide, but to grow. And if this space, this quiet place, has helped you hear your own voice a little clearer, stay close. There's more where this came from. Subscribe if you feel called. But more than that, keep walking inward, because when you build peace within, you carry it everywhere. And solitude will never feel like lack again. It will feel like freedom, like strength, like home.